Welcome to Animates, a retro anime review comedy podcast. These episodes contain spoilers and adult language, so stick around if you're cool like that. Hello and welcome to Animates, your source for all things retro anime. My name is Game Master Mackenzie, joined by this week's contestant, Lindsey.
Oh no, I'm worried.
Lindsey, this week I figured we should play a game to decide what you'll be watching.
Quit playing games with my heart. Okay,
Now,
let's do this. Am I gonna grab dice again?
No, I was going to say you're probably having April Fool's flashbacks,
Yeah,
but don't worry.
I don't believe you.
This game has a theme that will put you at ease. You see, Lindsey, my next 3 episodes of the podcast have already been selected, and they are coming straight from my childhood VHS collection.
Oh.
I chose 3 at random, and
Okay.
today you'll be picking which one we watch first based solely on the opening theme song.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm ready.
With each theme, you'll be allowed to ask one question, but you cannot repeat the same question for another song, so choose wisely.
Okay, let me grab a piece of paper so I can write down my questions.
So without further ado, Lindsey, we're going
Okay.
to start with opening song number 1.
Do I get to know what the name of the I guess I will because I'm gonna see it.
No, you won't. I pulled everything. I just gave you an MP3. You're getting no information.
So turret? Oh, there's not even like video.
There's no, it's just the song. You are going in on just
No.
the song.
No.
I even changed the file name so that it was gibberish.
You're so cruel. You are drunk off powers, sir. Okay, I'm listening to the first one.
Editor's note, I've included a small audio clip for each of these songs for your listening pleasure.
Okay, so there was like some cool Spanish guitar kind of stuff going on in that one. It gave me very like inspirational journey kind of like adventure.
Ooh, it definitely gives off that vibe. But what's your question for this one?
What is the rating of that show?
The rating of this show is PG-13.
Okay, so it's not quite a children's show. I'm interested. Okay, let's go to number 2. Let's go to number 2.
Here is number 2.
Ooh. Okay, this one sounds a lot more rock. This brings me back to high school. Okay, that one feels, I'm suspicious because I feel like you gave me very leading theme songs
In what
because
way?
that was just a song that I listened to in high school. Like the visual K literally says drowning in my dreams. Like I feel like someone's walking in the rain while this is playing.
You're getting pretty good vibes, but I like that.
I know, but I'm suspicious because it's you, and so I'm like, if I pick it, is it going to be some stupid show that I'm not going to want to watch? But it just has a really slapping
You're going to
theme
watch it
song?
regardless, whether it's today or in the next 3 episodes of mine. So, but no, it's a really good song.
Okay.
It's short, but it's good. What's your question?
I mean, I want to know who sings that song because I want to listen to it, but I don't want that to be my question.
That's fair.
My question is going to be, what genre would you classify that show as?
Ooh. The genres for this are action, drama, fantasy, and mystery.
That makes sense for the vibes you got from the theme song. Okay, I'm ready for number 3.
Here's number 3.
This is painfully 80s. Like, there's a guitar, there's synths. There's like a slap bass line in there, too.
Hell yeah.
Feels very like sitcom slice of life. Okay, yeah, that one was like painfully 80s.
Oh, it's like as
That was-
80s as they come.
It's like as 80s as a windbreaker. Like, holy moly.
Oh, they're guaranteed wearing windbreakers in that.
The wind does not stand a chance against the people who made that movie. Oh, man.
So, what's your question?
Oh man.
It can be anything you want. You could literally anything you can
What
ask.
is the name of this series?
Okay, well, other than the name of the series,
You didn't expect me to pull full brat on you. What? What would be a key word used to describe this series? Like, is it a sports slice of life? Is it a magical girl
a good key phrase for this would be girls in robots.
in robots? Oh my gosh, it's Evangelion.
Yeah, I'm just going to do another bonus episode of that one. Lindsay, you've heard our Spanish guitar, you've heard our angsty boy band, and you've heard our very 80s theme song. Which of the three do you want to watch most?
Which one do you think I want to watch the most?
I can't answer that. I'm not going to sway your opinion.
Oh my gosh. I feel like you already did by picking one that very much just screams me from the theme song. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. We're gonna go for the one that said Drowning in My Dreams, and we're gonna go for number 2.
Number 2.
Your smirk just makes me nervous.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't give you anything weird and not cool to watch. No, I wouldn't give you something you wouldn't like.
Lindsay, I have
Mackenzie.
cosplayed once in my lifetime,
Oh my god. Is it Trigun? Just kidding. I don't know.
and it was a character from this series. Young me did not expect that I would get swamped by girls wanting to pose and take photos with me, but looking back, I was playing a sad goth boy that girls were in love with, so I guess I had it coming.
You fucking know me too well.
With that being said, you have chosen the Gothic fantasy drama from Clamp,
Yes.
meaning you know it's going to
Yes!
look good,
Yes.
called X 1999.
Oh my gosh, I'm so ready for this. Makes me think of X Japan, which is a band that is a very popular Japanese rock band. Do they do the theme song?
I don't know.
Okay,
Let me give you a breakdown of this show.
I'm ready.
In X 1999, the fate of humanity rests on the shoulders of Kamui Shiro, a young man torn between two warring factions, the Dragons of the Heavens, who wish to protect humanity, and the Dragons of Earth, who seek to destroy it for the sake of nature's rebirth. Set against a Tokyo on the brink of supernatural apocalypse, the movie compresses the manga into a dark but visually stunning spectacle focusing on Kamui's struggle with his identity and the cost of his powers. It's brutal, philosophical, action-packed, and an exploration of destiny, fate, and sacrifice.
Bitch, this sounds amazing. I am so excited to watch this. This sounds like incredible. This sounds like it's gonna slap.
I'm going to send you a photo here.
Yes. I loved it. Oh my gosh, there's a man in a red coat. Come on.
I
Those
know-
swords are gorgeous.
I know how much you love a skinny boy in black.
You know me too well.
Now,
These are such cool jackets. I want to make one.
admittedly, this is controversial.
Okay.
Some love it,
Okay.
some hate it, but I loved this as a kid. There's a lot of death.
Yeah, it's gothic. There's gonna be a lot of death.
But you'll be watching one whole movie
Okay.
of
I can do
X
that.
1999, and it's Clamp. So like, even if it doesn't end up being good story-wise, it's still going to be visually
Beautiful.
awesome to look at because it's also done by Studio Madhouse.
Oh, they do good stuff.
So it's Madhouse doing a Clamp anime in 1996.
Okay. I'm not mad at this.
I think you'll have a
Okay.
good time.
I'm glad. I was expecting something terrible.
You think I bought terrible VHS as a child?
Yes.
No.
I
I
don't
had
know. I didn't
limited-
know that you bought this
I had
when you were a
limited-
child.
That was the whole point of the game. I told you at the beginning of the episode.
I wasn't listening, of course.
Good Lord, Lindsay.
Sometimes you just talk and remember, I've had a lot of red
Wow.
wine. I've had a lot of red wine.
Wow. We're going to go watch the Clamp Madhouse X 1999, and we'll be right back in a couple skinny gothic boy moments. Editor's note, we recorded the second part together in my small little office. There's a few little audio issues here and there and a little bit of extra reverb, so please look past that. And we're back from watching what I called X 1999, but really most people actually know it as X the movie,
Oh.
but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Call it what I want.
It's
And
our
also,
podcast.
I do have to say,
Oh no.
you were correct that X Japan does do music for this.
Fuck yeah.
Specifically the ending theme.
Yep.
But I don't know how much if we watched the credits or not.
No, I
didn't watch the credits.
I didn't at all. But it just like, I was like, there's too much of a branding opportunity for them to not have X Japan make a song for this movie.
Yeah, and I showed you that music video they
It was
also
so
did.
good.
Yeah.
Man, I love J-Rock music.
Clamp did a bunch of animated music videos
Oh, cool.
for like different shows and series.
Hmm.
And this is the only one that actually has a plot to it that like follows a story. The rest are just kind of like fancy visuals.
I mean,
Which is a music video, so like
100%. Like, you can get away with that.
well, so okay, Lindsay,
Yes, Mackenzie.
I gave you a pretty exciting breakdown of the plot of this movie,
I don't actually remember it.
and you got pretty excited.
I did.
Now, I will say my breakdown was correct.
Mhm.
I just may have understated how kind of all over the place and condensed the plot is.
Yeah. Yeah. That final battle was 2 minutes, maybe?
Most of the battles are 2 minutes.
Yep.
They look good.
Yeah. The thing is, they made a lot of cool characters, but they only had an hour and a half to, make this movie. And so they really condensed everything to a point where it wasn't really effective, I think.
Yeah, so fun fact, when
Okay.
this was made, the manga was still ongoing.
Okay.
Technically, the manga is still ongoing
Okay.
because it's been in developmental hell,
Mm.
but they had to like come up with their own ending for this,
Oh.
for the movie,
Mhm.
and then like condense it all into an hour and a half.
Holy moly. The ending shot? That's something. That's a bold choice for an ending of a movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, admittedly,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of talked this up a whole bunch. As a kid, I didn't care about the all over the place plot.
Oh, absolutely not.
I cared about the action visuals.
Oh, I was going to say the hot goth mommy with the incredible cleavage.
I was getting there. The amazing artwork, and yes, the hot goth mommies.
Oh, man. I saw her and I was like, this is Mackenzie's favorite character.
No. My favorite's the girl who gets in the robot.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's either going to be the girl with the robot or it's going to be the hot goth mommy.
Well, you know what? Look,
I mean, I can read you like a coloring book because you can read me back.
it also doesn't help that we are currently sitting in front of each other.
We are. I have a cat on my lap. I've got black hair now, so
It's, well, black and silver.
it is black and silver.
Yes, right now we are recording in person
Yeah.
for the second half because Lindsay traveled the long road to my city,
Mm-hmm.
and here we sit. So if the audio
Oh
sounds a
my
bit different, that's
gosh.
probably why.
Yep.
Because it's hard to not have echo when you're sitting in the room together.
Yeah. I mean, there's a cat on my lap, so it's kind of helping to
It's
dampen.
helping some sound dampening.
But then we're just going to have like biscuits and purring. I love him.
But yes, this is a bit of a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
But at least it's pretty
At
doing
least it's
it.
a beautiful clusterfuck. If you're going to be a clusterfuck, at least be a pretty one.
But it's a lot of skinny boys in black.
Yeah, I would agree. There's a lot of like emo moments too.
Camway's just a whiny bitch, though.
Holy moly, Camway. Camway?
Camway.
Camway.
We.
We?
Camway.
Oui?
Camway.
Oui?
Oui.
Camway.
Like you're French.
Oui?
Yes.
Croissant?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes. Croissant, oui.
Croissant, oui.
Yes, there you go. Now you got Camway down. He, until like the final 15 minutes, isn't really present with anything.
He's kind of just a silent.
he's just
thing.
whining
Yeah.
about not wanting to do anything.
I want to be the dragon of the heavens. And then FOMO or whatever his name is, Famu.
Fuma?
Fuma.
Right there on the screen in front of you.
I can't see it because it's tilted the wrong way.
Oh, whatever.
I know. We're just going to have wrong names throughout this entire thing. I'm so sorry, everybody.
That's most of our podcast.
It truly is. Sometimes I try to be good about it. This time I'm like, there's so many characters.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, we can only say it's pretty so many times before we actually start talking about the things we're seeing.
Literally, my first note is wow, we're 50 seconds in, and I've already said, damn, this movie is pretty.
Well, we start with his mom naked.
Yep. And then he pulls a sword out of her or something.
She pulls this, like, reaches into her own flesh.
Yep.
And like it's not like a nice like ethereal sword coming out of her.
No, it's like a big fucking great sword.
And like she's tearing her body open to pull it out.
Yeah.
Why is she naked in front of her son?
I don't know, but my note said, "Oh no, mommy."
But
oh man, yeah. I watched the first part of this movie at work.
oh,
I mean, I also listen to Lights Out at work, and I just apparently don't care. I work in the arts.
it's fine.
Yeah.
They're used to this.
If there's not titties and
But the whole intro it's very like it's graphic, but they don't skimp on the details.
No, they really don't.
Between both the nudity and the gore.
Yeah. Wow, that was one thing. This was a gory movie.
Yeah, a lot of death. A lot of unnecessary death.
Yeah, a lot of decapitation.
They love decapitation
Like
in this.
multiple people get decapitated in this, which I was like, that's a choice.
There's reviews.
This is scarier than Angel. There's also a lot of like disintegration of people.
Yeah. But yeah, the intro is a little cryptic.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to Tokyo, my son.
Yeah. Return to Earth for the final battle to decide the fate of the planet. I don't know what came over me to say that way, but you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yep. But yeah, no, they go back and then there's like, there's like a battle that happens, but they have to do like a reboot GameCube in order to like make sure everybody's safe. I don't remember what it's called.
This is like a protection circle.
Yeah.
But they're useless because if the person who does it dies in the battle,
then it's just automatic. It's just like
all the damage happens anyways.
Yeah, like the logic is not logicking.
No, it's like we want to make sure. They literally are like, let's put up a circle so that when something happens, it's okay. We don't want to harm the people between you and me.
Mm-hmm.
But one of them's gonna die anyways.
Exactly. But so you both should put up shields.
And
I don't know.
Regardless, it's two dragons fighting against each other.
Yeah, there's a dragon of the heavens and dragons of the earth.
And they both die.
Yep. Oh no, now we got a team of 7 and now we're teams of 6 and I don't know. I thought you needed all the dragons to like win.
No.
There's also this stuff about how Kamui is like the fated special prodigal whatever because it's like you can either be team heavens or team earth.
Yes.
And whichever one you're not, Fuma is going to be the other one.
But he doesn't know that.
No.
He just knows that
he's just like, all suddenly I'm evil.
It's basically like, Kamui, you must decide. Are you going to let the earth die and all of your friends? Or try and save it? And like, you'd think this would be an easy choice for him, but he's just kind of like...
He's like, oh man.
I don't give a crap about this. I just want to help my friends. Then you know what side you're on. He's like, I don't know what side I'm on. Yes, you do.
It's me playing Baldur's Gate. Like, do I want to be evil? Or do I want to be good? I'm going to be evil. Yeah, I don't know. And like the funny thing is during that like this first battle I just giggled because someone has a heart attack and then it immediately like flashes to a Coca-Cola product placement and I was like, ooh. I don't know if Coca-Cola would appreciate that, but yep, I don't know. It's all just a very strange introduction to this battle. And yeah, like we have the one sister who is like, let me show you the destruction of the earth and what'll happen. And then we have the other sister, Canoe. Which I'm like, I'm sure that's not how it's pronounced, but it's how it's spelled. And yeah, again, I saw her and I was like, I literally wrote in my notes, based on the neckline and the hair color, I think I know who Mackenzie's favorite character is in this.
She's a hottie.
So then we're at like the shrine where Kamui and...
Well, he's not there yet.
No, but Fuma, the little sister, Satori, there's so many people, I don't know their names. Katori, it is Katori. They're like, oh, we're gonna go like close up the shrine for the night, and then there's weird rain that comes down and it's like doing slashing damage to them, and they're like, what's going on? And then this motherfucker shows up and he's like, it was me!
I was here the whole time.
Sam Reich is there.
Yeah, he's just the bad guy. He became the bad guy of this whole thing is capitalism.
Oh man, and then Sam Reich falls to capitalism. No, don't do it. Everything you stand for. What is that Batman quote? You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Something like that.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's where we get like the crazy wiring.
Yeah.
Because Robot Girl can control all electronic cables in the world.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of a cool power. But also seeing her like get hooked up to that machine is horrifying. I
love the visual of like girl in metal robot thing controlling tech. There's in a bunch of stuff that I love. There's a manga I read called Eden, It's an Endless World, where like there's a scene for that. It's a great visual and it's a cool power, just like connecting to the whole bloody world.
You should watch Love, Death, and Robots. Because I know you haven't, because that was a different ex that I apparently watched it with. Go back and listen to our Robot Carnival episode if you want to hear that awkward interaction.
Oh, well. But yeah, Kamui shows up and he's like, I'm going to defeat you, capitalism.
Well, and during this battle, Canoe shows up and just like uses weird blood magic to kidnap Katori,
Yeah.
which is so cool.
And she's
Grabs
like-
a tit while she's at it, because why not?
Extra, it's like grabbing a knob to like help you get some grip.
No, don't ever do that. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. You are single.
Not me. I'm saying she did it.
Oh man. Well, and it's just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, so then this is the reveal that Canoe is the other Dream Watcher. So that's fun. And like Fuma learns in this point that he is the foil to Kamui. Shamwow.
Like ennui.
Oh yeah. That would make sense. But then there also was like a weird premonition, and it's Kamui like slaughtering Katori as she's like crucified to this. There's a lot of crucifixion in this as well.
This is Goth Mommy
Yep.
showing Fuma what would happen if he doesn't join her.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Cammy's going to kill your sister.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Straight up crucify her and then pull a giant greatsword out of her chest.
Yeah, she's birthing it right now.
Yep.
She literally says the words, I'm growing something inside me, Fuma.
Ooh. Sorry. Growing a baby is a beautiful thing.
Sure.
That I don't want ever. Yes. But it's also funny because after this happens, the other dream sister, the other dream girl,
Hinota?
yes, shows
Or
Kamui
Hinoto?
like the same premonition, but from the opposite perspective.
She's more honest with him. She goes, here's what happens if you do the good thing. Here's what happens if you do the bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Her sister was just like, here's what's going to happen regardless.
Yep.
So you might as well join me.
Decapitation. Oh my gosh. It's just all like really crazy and graphic, but also still beautiful at the same time.
They don't, Madhouse and Clamp don't skimp on the details.
Clamp does not. It's like, oh my gosh, it's such like a beautiful Art Nouveau anime style.
Mm-hmm.
I love it so much.
I like when things are breaking apart and crumbling in anime, and they don't just like have one giant chunk fall. It's like actually breaking apart and crumbling. Because so many modern anime, it's like giant rock falls, individual dust.
Yep.
It's no actual detail in a lot of stuff, so
No,
it's nice
this
to see
one-
some beautiful detailing.
Holy moly, it's so beautiful.
I also appreciate that when they put up their battle circle, power circles, that's what they're called, power circles.
Oh, okay. I just called them reboot games.
Warning, incoming game.
That it turns things to daytime
Yeah.
so that we don't have to fight in pitch darkness.
Thank goodness.
'Cause,
so
like-
we can actually see the damn thing.
Yeah, because a lot of this is in the dark.
Mm-hmm. Like after this, we go to a different shield thing that needs to be destroyed at a train station.
We should know we're introduced to all of the dragons.
Yep. And Karen and some other guy go to take care of it, which I was like, oh my gosh, her name is Karen.
That is not an awkward English translation. Her name is Karen in the Japanese version, and she wears a trench coat and lingerie
Yep.
because she works in
a brothel.
In a brothel.
Yep. And then there's also like this cool water guy who's also fighting there.
He's evil.
But he like goes on a train and just like mows Karen down with this train.
So, okay, I have an issue with these battles. They're beautiful. They last 2 seconds.
Yep.
But it like literally is flying towards her on a train, and her power is fire. So she just like goes really hard and she burns him up.
Yeah.
But she couldn't have like gotten out of the way and done this
No, apparently not.
because she dies, which sets the entire train station on fire. And I'm like,
I feel like this could have been handled better.
all of the battles in this could have handled
Well,
better.
because you need these shields allegedly to help like keep the earth dragons from being successful.
I will say though, as much as I'm whining about people dying so easily,
Mhm.
it is nice that they're just actually just human with some powers.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm going to shoot you and you're going to die because I shot you in the face, which like is refreshing, but everyone gets shot in the face so fast.
Yeah. You're just like, I don't know what's going on.
And no one seems to care.
No.
They're like, oh, we lost another one.
Oh man, someone got decapitated again.
Only one who cares is the young like teen girl with
Oh
like the
yeah.
spiky hair. Your user. Oh my gosh.
Haha, it's hard, isn't it?
It's Yuzuriha. Yuzuriha. That's what it is. Yuzuriha.
Oh, Yuzuhira.
Yuzu. Well, there's an R in there. Yuzuriha.
Oh, Yuzahira.
No.
Hila.
The R is before the H. Yuzuria.
Oh, okay.
I can see the screen. You can't.
I can't. I wrote it down in my notes wrong, I guess.
Yeah. Yuzuri is like the only one that cares. She's like, can you please let me help?
Yep.
And they're like, you're too young.
You're so young. You
It's the end of the friggin' world.
I
Who
know, right? I
cares?
was like, I feel like you should ask for as much help as you can get there, friend. Especially if she's a dragon.
yeah. And we
And she's
think,
got her cool wolf thing.
yeah, I love her wolf.
If your cat is on top of your cupboards, is that okay?
Yeah, he
Okay.
sleeps up there.
Oh, okay. I just
I
wanted
like
to
how
make-
you can see that.
Yeah.
It's only gross when the other day he vomited from the top of it and it just like made this giant splash across
From
the
the
floor.
top shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
No, the dog's name is Inuki.
Inuki. That's cute.
But yeah, everyone just like dies so fast. And
Yeah.
the problem is that they have to have 7 dragons on each side
Yep.
get killed in an hour and a half.
Yeah, I feel like that was where their kind of flaw was just having too many cooks in the kitchen and then having to be like feeling like they needed to prioritize all of them having like a battle or whatever.
Yeah, in the TV show version, it's basically like you can get a full episode for one person
Mm-hmm.
doing their thing.
Yeah. The audience member can fully get into learning about this character's motivations and things like
Yeah.
that, but that just didn't happen because it's all so quick.
But this one, they're like, just toss them all in a blender.
It's fine.
They'll just slowly get liquefied as they work their way through.
The one thing I will say is a lot of the characters did have enough distinction between them that you could tell them apart.
Yes.
There was a couple of the guys that I was like, "Meh," but for the most part, they all kind of had unique styles and
Yes.
things
Everyone's
that
got a unique
differentiate
style, a unique kind of like power.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one's electricity. A lot of them are based on the elements,
Yeah, they were a lot based on the elements and stuff like that.
but also they do have like the guy who was fighting with the flame girl. Again, these names are
Karen.
Karen, right? That hottie. He's just like soft spoken, like I've got children at home, and I'm like, damn, bro. So I
Yep.
guess your kid's losing their daddy today.
Yep, 100%. You're just like, ooh.
But then you get like Sorata, who is just like fuck boy,
Yep.
and he's like looking at the girl like, I like those bazongas, and you're like, bro, shut up.
You're like, oh my gosh, you're the worst. You're literally the worst.
But he's also like super handy,
Yep.
and that's kind of the worst part when you like
When they're dirt bags, but you're like, fine, you are kind of useful.
it's like in TV shows where random people get their powers and you have to team up, and it's like, we're gonna die without this guy,
Mm-hmm.
but he's also the worst.
That was literally one of the singers I just worked with. I was like, you are a fucking child, but you are a beautiful singer, and I understand why they hired you, but also I hope you never get hired again.
You heard it here, folks.
Yep.
Advocating for unemployment.
Yep.
Of artists.
Yeah. If you are good at your job but terrible to technicians, I don't want to work with you.
Fair.
Anyways,
So I'm confused by something.
I feel like I'm not going to be able to clarify anything for you, but let's try.
Why is the Big Dipper such
A dragon?
well, like it's where like these like I can't remember exactly what they are, but these I think they're like the shields or something.
I think so.
There's a shield
too.
tied to each part of the Big Dipper.
I know, which I was like, that doesn't make sense. And all of these shields are all like within Tokyo.
The last thing I expected in an anime was the Big Dipper to play a part in the lore.
I don't know. I'm just like,
There's
I don't.
so many cooler constellations.
Orion's belt. 3
Anything.
stars.
Just like, this is the ladle of the stars.
Yeah, the ladle of the stars.
That's not what I meant. I meant to say something way cooler, but all
Yeah.
that came out was ladle of the stars. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's nice to see that I'm not the weirdo on the podcast this time.
You know what? Shut up.
Adjusts Ranma cap in uncomfortableness.
Fuck you.
Don't you
Never-
love recording in person?
Never coming over here again.
Oh
You're
man.
banned.
Fine. See if I care.
But literally, the entire inter part of all of this
Mhm.
is like 2 groups go after another 2 dragons,
Yeah.
and then everyone dies.
Yeah, that's literally like if we were to do a breakdown, it'd just be like, and then Wolf Girl gets her fight, and she also dies. And
Admittedly, I did like Wolf Girl's fight
then,
because the wolf eats the big beefy dude's shoulder.
it is pretty cool and pretty badass.
In between all of this, it's just like talking to Kamui, trying to convince him to like not be a little dick,
Yep.
and then like Fuma talking to Goth Mommy and her being like, "Come on, do it, do it."
Oh man, it's all just a lot of weird stuff. And like kind of going into act 3, we see Tokyo starting to get destroyed and like the premonition we saw in the first act kind of starting to come true and stuff like that. And then Fuma goes to attack Kamui.
Who?
Kamui,
Kamui?
Ennui.
On
pair.
WeChat. I mean, he is kind of ennui-ish.
Oh man, it's great. It's great. It's great. Yes, they come for the first time and they've learned, like, since they learned of their faiths,
faiths. They're different faiths. Nope, fates. And tries to tell him to like leave it to him, and then basically tries to like disintegrate Kamui.
He's disintegrating everybody.
Yeah, he's like drunk on.
Everyone on the heavens side that won their fight.
Mm-hmm.
He's destroying them from miles away.
100%. And then, yeah, the one sister is like, I'm just going to bamf you out so that you don't get disintegrated and we just completely lose.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, the funny thing is, like, that doesn't stop Fuma because he gets Canoe to bring him through Katori's dreams.
Yeah, that's her one, like, big power.
Mm-hmm.
Other than, like, blood transportation is that she can go into anyone's dreams.
It's so crazy. But then he like shows up and he's like, haha, here's Katori. And then, yeah, pulls this giant sword out of her finally, like we saw in all of the premonitions.
The problem with this being an hour and a half is that it's been like 2 days. This whole thing's been 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And Fuma has gone from, I've got to save you, Katori,
Yep.
to
my sister or whatever.
To
fuck this bitch, I'm gonna take a blade out of you.
Because he doesn't even want, he's even killing the dragons of the earth.
Yeah.
He does not pick a side.
Nope.
All he wants to do
Destruction.
is just be the final one living. He got corrupted by Goth Mommy and then instantly was like, fuck Goth Mommy. I'm going to kill all of them. And then literally kills everybody.
Yeah, like literally. He went back to the tech room and just like starts murdering everybody.
Like Girl and the Robot just like gets crushed in it.
Yep.
And like kills all the dragons. And I'd love that for us to be giving like our usual kind of like talking more about what's going on. But that's literally like 40 straight minutes after the intro part of just like death, 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 death.
Do you like death? How about more death? Can we give you death? How about decapitation?
But again, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
It is like that clamp detailing when the blood goes.
Oh,
you see every drop. When like flesh is being rended, you see every hair follicle
but
just
it's
being
done
torn
in such
apart.
a like beautiful, like the shapes in which the flesh is ripped apart is like just beautiful Art Nouveau curves, and it's so pretty. You're like, oh, I wish my skin would get ripped apart like that.
Well, folks, do not take that as introduction to go and rip Lindsay's skin apart.
You can only do it if you're if you do it beautifully. And
Goth Mommy and Daddies only.
Yes. Oh.
And that's kind of the thing with X. And that's people's biggest complaint.
Mm-hmm.
Is they're like, holy shit, this is rushed. Why did I not have more time for all of these people and all of the things going on?
Mm-hmm.
And then they go, I'm going to rate it a 4 out of 10. But if I just mute it and just look at the art, then it's a 10 out of 10.
100%. You are correct. If this was like, yeah, I could see this being like in the background of like a Twitch streamer who's DJing and they just play this in the background while they're vibing.
Yeah.
Like, incredible.
Now, I still love it. Does it hold up, of course, to like what it was like when I was a kid? No, of course not, because I understand plot now.
It's a little bit more important.
Yeah. But it's just, and of course the manga's even more beautiful. I showed you some images like of some of the characters in the manga. Oh, it's so pretty.
It's so pretty.
But it's so rushed.
It's, yeah.
It's so rushed.
It's like, you just need to be like, slow down. Let us really drink in all the details and
give us that single episode per character.
Ooh.
Let
us a little.
Let me have a full 10 minutes of someone being rended. Or have their flesh ripped.
Rendered?
No.
Nope.
I don't know. Ignore that.
Look at us trying to be seductive narrators.
Anyways, everyone's dying.
Yeah, basically.
Like, everyone you think you're like someone's gonna survive.
Oh man. Well, even like when Canoe is dying in her sister's arms, and then all of a sudden there's like the neck break of the little sister, the older sister. Like, I felt that in my recovering broken bones. I was just like, huh?
But there's like this beautiful moment where she's like, I'm so sorry, I just wanted to protect you.
Well, yeah, and like we get to the final battle on Tokyo Tower, and I'm like, there's like 4 minutes left in this movie.
Okay. You want an epic battle.
You do.
Even Kid Me picked up on this part where I was like, huh?
At least with 3x3 eyes, like when we had that little bit of time left on the whatever, like we were like, how is this gonna work? And then they at least left you with a satisfying ending.
Yes.
This didn't.
No.
It was just like, all right, we're gonna battle, bitch. Slice.
And like they're like, it's, all red and they're bouncing around buildings and things are crumbling
for like 3 seconds.
Swords are going and you're like, fuck yeah. And then
it's literally just
goodbye, head.
Yep. Slice.
Goodbye, Fumas.
And then the final, just like ending, like final scene that we get is just him crying, holding Fuma's head while his body is just like to the side. You're like, oh my gosh, it's a very striking final image for this movie. And then we go into the X song.
Which you didn't listen to.
No, I didn't. I was like, fuck it, credits. It was also 7:30 this morning when I finished this movie.
That's fair.
I was tired and I had to go get my hair done.
Again, lots of great characters that do not get a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of great moments that do not get a moment.
Absolutely. I wish it was like 3 movies where we had, so there's 14 characters or whatever, like more than 14 characters.
Oh, yeah, way more than 14. There's 7 dragons each.
Yep.
Plus the other sister, plus the other guy. Yeah, there's
like
at least
18
characters.
So we need like at least 3 movies. Like if we broke it down into like 6 characters per movie and made it a trilogy, maybe it would work better. But yeah, just doing one movie for all of the like nearly 20 characters, it's too much.
Now, again, admittedly,
Mm-hmm.
there is the X TV show, which is 24 episodes.
Okay, maybe that's better.
So there are options where there's a bunch of like episodes. Unfortunately, we didn't get that with the movie. Now, don't let that dissuade you. If you want to look at something beautiful, this is where you'd see it.
Yeah, I would say this is like a nice fluffy movie to like just watch and chill out. I'm not going to say don't watch it.
No.
I think it's worth a watch.
Yeah. I feel like we're lacking jokes in this episode. It's just because there wasn't much to make jokes on.
We mostly just talked about hot goth mummies and decapitation and blood magic. So it's a good episode for me.
So for the people at home, hopefully you had a good time because it was just like character death, character death, character death, character death,
More
and we're
character
at
death.
the end.
And credits.
Now,
Okay.
what do you think the movie is rated?
I want to say like a 6.24.
Little higher, 6.56.
Okay. I think
However,
that's fair.
the rating is only higher than what most people think it is because of those few diehard fans giving it a straight 10.
They're like bombing it with good reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
The TV show
Mm-hmm.
has a better rating at 7.38.
Okay. I'd probably
with
check it out. Oh my gosh.
more recommended to not recommended, as opposed to the movie, which is like almost equal with a bunch of mixed feelings.
Mm.
And if you look on other websites like IMDb and stuff, it's just people tearing this apart.
Oh, you checked IMDb? You're not too good for it?
I was just looking for stuff and I saw people's reviews, and so many people were like, I bought this as my first introduction to anime and it almost ruined it for me.
Oh no.
Which is bullshit.
Yeah, that's kind of lame.
First off, why would you look at this as your first introduction to anime? It clearly looks like it's like dark and gothic.
Yeah.
Like the cover art of the VHS is dark and gothic.
Oh man, just my vibe.
But like to say it almost ruined anime for you is such bullshit.
Oh yeah. Like you gotta like at least give it 2 things.
Yeah. So I guess you guess what the rating was. What would you give it for a rating? And keep in mind, this was one of my favorites as a child.
Well, then 3. No, I'm kidding.
Wow. Fuck you.
So basically, long story short, I think we should watch this movie.
Just to look at the hotties.
I mean, I'm not losing my head over this one this week, but
Ooh,
you wanted jokes.
There we go. I just complained about us not having any jokes.
Yep.
Hold on a second here.
Oh man.
Because I just complained about not enough jokes. Here are some decapitation related puns.
Oh no.
Speaking of them rushing through things, they really tried to cut to the chase.
You need to put sound effects in here.
When Fuma decided to kill everyone at once, he really didn't give them a heads up about that attack.
Oh my gosh.
With friends like Fuma, who needs heads?
What?
I don't know. This is what Google gave me.
Google was not on the ball with this one. Oh man.
I give up.
Okay.
I can't think
You know
of
what?
anything good.
I gave a good one. That's all we needed. It's fine. It gave us some good head. Now we're just moving on.
The people who really love this, and again, I love it too, that are hearing us trash some of it, their heads are probably rolling right now. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for listening to this slightly different than normal episode.
It was just off the top of our heads.
Oh!
Burr, 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 burr.
Thank y'all so much for listening. If you'd like to hear more, we got a whole 60 plus episodes of retro anime reviews and content. We've also got a bunch of videos on our YouTube channel with our recent Urusei Yatsura Lum Manga Outfit Tier List. That's a title.
Oh, it's good though.
Check that out at youtube.com/@animates. We've also got a couple videos coming up, aside from our usual Dragon Ball and Pokemon shorts, with anime that deserve remakes, which is a little mini-series I'm working on, starting with Shamanic Princess.
Oh man, so good.
So good. Also, if you'd like to get more of the podcast or just support us with your love and I guess technically wallets, you can check out our Patreon at
Capitalism.
patreon.com/animates, where you get access to ad-free videos, ad-free episodes, and some bonus content every now and again.
Yep. Maybe even a Discord service.
I mean, not even maybe. We do have a Discord server you
true.
can join. We're
It's great.
slowly growing.
Oh my gosh, but we're having a hoot over there.
Always, always, always. But speaking of supporters, we'd like to give a shout out to our retro cuties and supporting characters. Thank you so much for the love and the support. Moving on to our Chibi Champions. This week, again, we've got Swamp Wizard. And of course, moving on to our Nostalgia Wizards. We've got, as always, Butler Rat.
What's up, Butler Rat?
Hello, love your dog again. Said
Oh
it
my
before,
gosh.
say it again.
We'll always talk about how amazing your dog is.
If you'd like to get a call out on the podcast, you can sign up for those larger tiers. But even if you just sign up for free, just to kind of start giving us a bit more of that boost, we'd love you for it too.
Absolutely.
So thank you all for listening. Keep on listening.
Keep on. Thanks all for listening. Keep on listening.
Shut up. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week when Lindsey is hosting. But before that, we will have our next Neon Genesis Evangelion episode where Lindsey jumped a bunch at the silliest moments that were not scary.
I don't even
and
remember what it was that I
got some
jumped at.
revelations that made her go, what the fuck?
I was like, wait, what is that thing?
We'll catch you next week. Thanks so much for listening. Bye, I
Later,
guess.
skater.
Eh,
Yeah, the mid 2000s called. I have black hair now. I have to be an emo
Oh,
kid.
sorry.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Over. User wins.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see the Black Parade.
It was a marching
He
band.
said, son, when you grow up, will you be the savior of the iron,
Of Tokyo.
the beaten and the damned, the beaten and the decapitated?
Yes.